first set of notes, we know that many cells put together make up tissues, and many tissues make up organs, and then many organs make up an organ system. Today we're going to talk about all the different organ systems, what functions are related to that organ system, and the organs that also are in the system. This isn't going to be the order that we discuss them in class, but second semester we'll get into the circulatory system. And the circulatory system or cardiovascular system transports substances throughout the body, such as it's going to circulate the oxygen to take to different muscles and organs. It's also going to remove carbon dioxide from your muscles after you go through cellular respiration. It helps heat, so when you get warm, your blood vessels will dilate to try to release some heat, and when you're cold, they constrict, so they keep the heat in. They transfer water, nutrients, and wastes. Some of the major organs are your heart and the blood vessels, such as arteries and veins. The next is the excretory system. It's going to help filter the waste from the blood, and that's going to help you maintain the body's internal nutrient balance. It's going to get rid of wastes through the urethra, and some of the major organs are the kidneys, the urethra, and the bladder. Then it brings us to the digestive system. It's going to break down macromolecules such as your proteins, your carbohydrates, and it's going to absorb the necessary nutrients from those. Major organs there will be your stomach, your large intestine, your small intestine. You have some accessory organs also, such as the liver. Your liver can be in more than one system, but it is part of the digestive system. Then you have the reproductive system, that the main role is to produce offspring, and there's hormones that will help regulate sexual characteristics. Some of the major organs would be testes, the uterus, and the ovaries. As far as structural support, that's mostly the skeletal system. Your skeleton not only provides you with structure and support, but it's also involved with the muscular system and movement. Now, one function is that your bone marrow, so you have a hollow tube that has your bone marrow inside of your long bones, and it's going to create blood cells. It also helps store the lipids. So if you've ever heard of anybody getting a bone marrow transplant, the reason is because usually there's a problem with their blood cells, such as leukemia, where you're making too many immature white blood cells. So that's why they go ahead and do a bone marrow transplant and hopefully get you new bone marrow that will make those correctly. Major organs would be the bones, but also includes the cartilage at the ends of your bones. Helps provide the lubrication. So with the skeletal system, the muscular system is going to allow the skeletal system to move. And the major organs would be their skeletal muscle. But you also have smooth and cardiac muscle. Smooth would be involuntary. It's the muscles that are found in most of your organs that you can't control. And then your cardiac muscle is only found in your heart. Your nervous system controls all of your body. It consists of your brain and your spinal cord and the peripheral nerves that extend from the spinal cord. It has many jobs, but it does stimulate heart rate, controls oxygen levels, just to name a couple. And one of our first systems that we are going to go over is the integumentary system. It's the largest system in your body. It's going to be your skin and some of the underlying tissues in that. Its role is to protect your body. That's its main role, is to keep pathogens outside of your body. It also helps transfer heat, and it has many nerves that are there for sensory reception. Like I said, the major organs would be your skin, your nails, your hair is also part of your integumentary system. It's going to release sweat and heat from the blood to help control the body temperature, so that not only does it protect, but one of the main roles is for body temperature regulation. The endocrine system is going to help circulate hormones around the body and control its functions. So the endocrine system is going to maintain homeostasis by releasing hormones. One of the major organs is your pituitary gland. You also have your thyroid, the adrenals, the pancreas, and the hypothalamus are all there to release hormones to maintain homeostasis. Your lymphatic system is also sometimes known as your immune system. It's going to help maintain the circulatory system as well, because it's going to keep the cells that are responsible for immunity. Your major organs here are lymph nodes, and white blood cells also help with immunity, but the lymph nodes are the ones that they're in many different parts of your body, and like right there in your neck, a lot of times the doctor will feel like if you have any infection, those would usually get swollen, and that's what they're checking for. And then you have the respiratory system. This is the ventilation system for the body. The major organs would be your lungs, the diaphragm, and the trachea. Those are just the majors, but there's also, we'll talk about the alveoli, the bronchi, and things like that. Its job is to take in oxygen, and then it's also going to release the carbon dioxide that you're receiving from the muscles in the blood, and it'll get rid of waste in that way.